Hello, welcome to my second live. I'm excited to talk to you about time bending today because this gets people's panties in a twist. And I can tell you about my experience of that. Just want to say that I want to make a little prayer that the words come through me and that you hear what you need to hear. So let's get started. Most people think that they don't have time. Most people use this as an excuse, and they may not even think that it is an excuse. They'll say that they don't have time for what they want to do, but that's what this video is about. This is a myth. Lack of time is a myth. And there's a whole explanation for this in the field of physics that has to do with the speed of light, and there's a whole story about it that I could tell you that has to do with Albert Einstein and how he discovered this. But I'm not going to get into that because I want to give you the practical that you can actually use. I understand why it's easy for people to buy into this idea that there's not enough time. We live in a society that lives on this belief. We have a belief that we have to be busy. People are running around all the time. People are speeding, trying to get where they're going in a real hurry. And it's just pervasive in our culture. It's easy to put ourselves at the bottom of the list of a long to-do list and hope that we get to take care of ourselves. But if you're not taking care of yourself, how are you going to live your life from an intentional place where you can actually be intentional about how you're using your time? If you're not taking care of yourself and feeding yourself properly and taking care of your body, getting enough sleep, getting enough exercise, how can you be sure that you're going to be able to use your time effectively if you're not doing those things? So this is where people get upset for being called out. Let me ask you, do you have time to scroll on your phone? Do you have time to watch Netflix? Do you have time to shop online? Do you have time to do any number of things that are not intentional uses of your time? Maybe they're indulgent, or maybe you're just procrastinating. I hear people complain all the time that they don't have money, that they can't get out of debt, that they don't have time for this or that. And then I physically can see people wasting time on social media, watching too much TV, over drinking, overeating, spending money on stupid shit that they don't need, wasting money on stupid shit that they don't need, which is another part of our society and our culture. So clearly, there's plenty of time to go around. We're just not using it properly. But you know what you can actually do to get more time and create more time? You create a commitment to yourself. You create that mental space for creative visioning. And your life from there will shift dramatically. Some other ways to realize how much time you're wasting is to track time on your calendar. Look at your bank statement at the end of your month. See where you're wasting your resources, your most precious resources, your time, energy, your money. How could you live more within your values? And I'll tell you, I just posted a written form of this whole idea that lack of time is a myth. I just posted it on Instagram yesterday, and it went semi-viral. Lots of people liked the post, like over 200 people, and usually I get like 30 likes on a thing. And then I have people writing in, people I know, people I don't know, which I never understand why people who aren't following me would want to comment on something I posted, and saying, Are you sure this is true for a single parent during a pandemic? Maybe it doesn't resonate with you, but you are scrolling on Instagram. You are commenting and complaining about a stranger's Instagram post right now. So is that a good use of your time? If you're a single parent teaching 2 kids, working full-time, I would say no, it's not. So people get upset hearing this. People are attached to the belief that there's not enough time, when actually they're wasting time. And I can point that out and people don't want to hear it. But if you're honest with yourself, how much time are you really wasting? Just on your phone, in lots of other ways. I recently got off Instagram. Everything on my Instagram is automated now, which is amazing. And all that time that I would have used engaging on Instagram is now going to reading books, deepening in my mastery of my craft. And I love that. I'm feeling amazing about that. All the time that goes into planning posts is a lot less than what I would have spent creating posts on the fly in stories or whatever. That's a whole tangent about how we handle social media in our businesses. But anyways, some other ways that you can get into seeing how much time you might be wasting is to track your time in your calendar and look at your bank statement at the end of the month and just see what seems wasteful to you. And you're also going to want to look at your values to help determine where you're wasting your time. Do you prioritize health and wellness or convenience? Do you prioritize experiences or things? Quality time with your loved ones or numbing out, like not wanting to be there? Wasting time or being intentional? Which do you prioritize? And it might be unconscious. That's why you have to really look at this and spend some time looking at it. Be really honest with yourself, because I can call you out, but if you're not going to look at it yourself, you're just going to keep wasting time. And you know what wasting time means? Wasting time means you're wasting your life. That's also a hard pill to swallow. So let me ask you, do you want to keep thinking that you don't have time and continue to spend your time in unintentional ways that could actually create regret and complacency? Because like I said, wasting time is wasting your life. Procrastinating is wasting your life. Or do you want to be committed and intentional about how you use your time and energy? Do you want to be devoted to your life and your purpose? I ended up adding a time-bending bonus class into the Rise Effect Mastermind because so many women tell me that they don't have time. And then, like I said, I see them wasting money on stupid shit, scrolling their phones, watching too much TV. I see it. So I'm including a time-bending bonus. And I want to tell you that the Rise Effect Mastermind is now open. So you can go to therisecollective.org/RISE, Rise, to use your time that you have in the next few weeks to develop your unique and reliable way to access your one-of-a-kind, unique to you, ancient wisdom that already lives within you so that your soul-powered life can emerge. So head to the description below and you can learn about how to design your week. I created a whole, I guess you could call it a workbook, but it's more like a method. I created this method where you can design your week so that you aren't wasting any time. And I have tons of free resources for you in the Rise Collective library along with that Design Your Week method. If you like this video, like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Hit the bell so that you don't miss when I go live. I'll talk to you guys soon.